Well, the countdown to Thanksgiving is on as people across Arkansas prepare for meals, get-togethers, and trips. And the question on everyone's mind, what can we expect from the weather? Might see a little rain Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had Thanksgiving like today because we got lots of sunshine out there, comfortable temperatures, but unsettled weather will be moving in just in time for Turkey Day. Here are two different weather models we've been looking at over the past several days, and they continue to show the same story. We're going to have rain, I think primarily in the morning. That's going to be our best chance of a steady rain across the region as the cold front moves through. The GFS holding the rain just a little bit more further to the west, but overall it's not going to be a washout all Thanksgiving. Now tonight, clear skies. The winds go calm. It's going to be a chilly start to your Tuesday. Temperatures into the low to mid 30s, probably some upper 20s for those colder locations. We've got lots of sunshine out there right now. Temperatures into the mid to upper 50s with some high clouds passing the way through. So Monday is looking great. If you're going to be out and about this evening, though, maybe headed to check out the Christmas tree lighting ceremony in downtown Little Rock. Bundle up because temperatures will be into the low 40s by 7 or 8 o'clock. I'll have more on what you'd expect for this holiday week and your Thanksgiving forecast coming up.
Police have a person of interest in custody in connection with yesterday's deadly vehicle rampage at a holiday parade at Waukesha, Wisconsin. At least 5 people were killed and dozens more hurt after an SUV sped through the crowd. Nancy Chin has the latest for us this afternoon.
CBS News has learned the suspect in the deadly SUV incident at a holiday parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin has been identified as Darrell Brooks. A law enforcement official tells CBS News preliminary information indicates he was fleeing another crime at the time, turning the celebration to horror in an instant. At one point, the vehicle narrowly missed hitting a small child as it tore through the parade route. Bystanders hurried to help the injured.
We have about 10 to 15 people down in the street. We also got multiple critical patients.
My heart goes out to those who were witness to these events. My heart goes out to those who lost a loved one.
I saw one person on the ground. I saw their feet.
Matt Rude was at the parade with his 2 young children.
I grabbed them and pulled them back towards the building, and there was a bunch of people hunkered down, telling them to get down. People crying, screaming, because we didn't know what was going on.
Many in the parade were dance, cheer, and band members from local schools. Classes are canceled today, and the district says it's bringing in extra counselors for students and staff. Nancy Chin, CBS News, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Among the dead, members of the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies who were performing in the parade. Stay with THV11 and THV11.com for the very latest on this developing story. Closing arguments are underway in the murder trial of 3 white men charged in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. The 25-year-old black man was shot and killed while jogging in a Georgia neighborhood last year. All 3 white defendants are charged with murder and other counts in Arbery's death and have pled not guilty. They say they thought Arbery was a burglar and that the shooting was in self-defense. Happening now, a Pulaski County judge is hearing a case surrounding Arkansas's ban on mask mandates. Earlier this year, lawmakers passed an act that prohibits state entities like schools from enacting mandates. Parents and districts challenged the new law, leading Judge Tim Fox to temporarily block it until he could hear from both sides. Attorneys have until Wednesday to make their case. THV11 has a crew in the courtroom. We're going to have more on day 1 of the trial tonight at 5 and 6. In other news, with the CDC giving the green light for COVID-19 booster shots for everyone over age 18, patients may have questions about what to expect with a 3rd dose of the vaccine. Naomi Ruckham has more.
Marianne Venancio is opting for another dose of COVID-19 protection.
I have chronic Lyme, and I see an infectious disease doctor, and he advised me that I would be a really good candidate for a booster.
Health officials say COVID-19 vaccines are doing a good job preventing severe illness, hospitalization, and death, even against the Delta variant. But waning immunity is a concern.
Boosting gives you that bigger immune response from your original vaccine, and it also helps you fight Delta better.
Dr. Melanie Swift with the Mayo Clinic's COVID-19 vaccine program says people getting a booster can expect side effects like a sore arm,
fatigue, general muscle achiness, and headache. Those are more common in younger people. The older you are, the less likely you are to have those side effects. It's very similar for boosters to the pattern that was seen in dose 2 of the mRNA vaccines.
After your shot, stay at home and take it easy. To alleviate symptoms, you can drink plenty of fluids and take an over-the-counter pain reliever if necessary. Dr. Swift adds not having a reaction does not mean your shot didn't work.
The side effects that we get are due to that robust immune reaction. But our immune reaction is probably more robust than it actually has to be to protect us. And not everybody feels those symptoms the same way.
She says most importantly, if you haven't received your first shot of the COVID-19 vaccine, now is the time. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
Research from Israel on older adults shows rates of COVID-19 and severe illness were much lower among people who received a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine. Well, this week, Americans will take the sky and roadways in numbers not seen since before the COVID-19 pandemic. An estimated 53 million Americans are expected to travel over the holiday. Errol Barnett has more on the busy travel week ahead that got to a bumpy start in Atlanta over the weekend.
Panicked travelers ran from the Atlanta airport Saturday after gunfire at a security checkpoint.
The passenger lunged into his property, grabbing a firearm that was located inside, which ultimately discharged. The passenger then fled the security checkpoint through an adjacent exit lane.
Luckily, no one was seriously injured, but it did cause delays. Plus, many passengers had to abandon their luggage, with some being evacuated to the tarmac. Police now looking for the suspect, 42-year-old Kenny Wells. This security scare comes as more than 4 million Americans are expected to fly for the Thanksgiving holiday, more than an 80% increase from last year. Andrew Gross is spokesman for AAA.
Thanksgiving travel is back. I've heard it said that folks are looking at this as our first Vax-giving because more people ages 5 to 105 have at least one dose of vaccination, so people are just feeling more confident.
If you are driving instead of heading to the airport this week, expect congestion and high gas prices. The national average of a gallon of gas is projected to be its highest price in more than 7 years on Thanksgiving Day at $3.35. Still, more than 48 million Americans are expected to travel this holiday by car.
No matter how much gasoline prices are, people are still going to take that trip. They're just going to figure out another way of budgeting in for it.
Now, security checkpoints like what you see behind me are tallying more than 2 million passengers in recent days, and Monday is the deadline for TSA staff to be vaccinated. But they say they do not expect disruptions. The best advice is get to the airport 2 hours ahead of time if you're flying domestically, and if you're flying outside of the country, get here 3 hours early. Errol Barnett, CBS News at Atlanta International Airport.
But what is the best time to hit the road this week? According to analytics company Inrix, after 9 p.m. this Wednesday is all clear if you want to get a head start. You can also buckle up before 11 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday for a smoother commute. And to avoid any post-holiday stress coming back, just make sure to hit the road before noon, either Saturday or Sunday. New at noon today, should stores staying closed on Thanksgiving become a permanent thing? Weigh in right now on THV11.com/vote. Target thinks it's a smart move. The retailer announced today that it will keep its doors closed on Thanksgiving from now on. What started as a way to limit crowds in stores during the holidays has turned into an extended shopping event that paid off with an increase in sales that is expected to continue this year. That, along with Target's decision, could push other retailers to do the same. So let us know what you think on THV11.com/vote.